Hey guys, this is a review of the ERTL Hitachi Zaxis 450LC. This is a 150th scale model, and like I said, it's made by ERTL. This is a 103,000 pound machine, so it's just over 50 tons. It's equivalent to, say, a Cat 345 or any 45, 50 ton class excavator. This model retails for 30 bucks. It's a great buy for that price. It has metal tracks. Any excavator that you see with metal tracks is usually 50 or above. This has metal tracks. It has a really nice bucket, and for the price, $29.99, you can get it from most places. Some places you can find it for 23 bucks. It's an awesome buy. First, we have the Undercarriage. The tracks on this are very nice. I've always liked them. I've never had anything wrong with them. Like any other metal tracks, they can break, but these seem to be really durable. The only thing, the rollers and the sprockets that they used are from the 200, the John Deere 200 CLC and DLC. So that's why if you see the tracks, they come down a lot. That's just because they're other models. They didn't make new ones. But the Undercarriage it's really nice. I like the design of it. It's not too skinny, not too wide, and the tracks are nice and wide. I like wide tracks. The bottom of it, just the bottom. And they do roll very smoothly. They're free rolling. They won't stop at any point. The cab. I chose the Hitachi because I like the orange better than the John Deere, because this model is offered in John Deere. The cab is really nice too. The only flaws about this model is the rivets aren't painted, and they are kind of noticeable, especially over here. And the plastic ladder, the handrail, and the mirror over here. But for 30 bucks, I can't complain. Inside of the cab is nice. It's like any other model, plastic insert. Catwalk. I like catwalks on machine, especially on a machine this size. You don't really see that on too many excavators. I like the catwalks. They're nice and wide too. And they have the anti-slip texture, which is nice. Again, here's the ladder. And another good thing about this is it pops open to reveal the engine. That's awesome. Air filter and your exhaust. And then another anti-slip texture, and these are also anti-slip. The counterweight, I love the counterweight on this machine because of its size. It's nice and big, especially with a bucket of this size. The box said a 3-yard bucket, but that's no 3-yard bucket. It has a nice Hitachi right there. All the bolt detail. Those, they don't go through, they're not etched through, but they're supposed to replicate the grills. Now the right side of the machine, which is my favorite. You have your grill. What you could do is just put some black paint in there with a really thin paintbrush or a toothpick, or even really anything, and it'll simulate, like if it was cut out, it'll look like it. Decal, and like I said, I like how they did the paint on this. It matches real well. Right there you can see that's to put your fuel in. Service steps. And but the only thing I don't like about this, before I get to the rest of the model, is the Undercarriage. It seems very low. Never did see the real Hitachi. I've seen the John Deere with a grapple. But anyway, the hydraulic lines on the boom are rubber. They run into the swing gear right here. They're not bad rubber. They do move a little. But if someone likes an all metal model, they're not gonna like the rubber. And of course, what's nice about it is they actually run it to all the correct areas. Top of the cylinder, into the cylinder over here, and so forth. The rivets, you can see the rivets where it's a two-piece cast. The boom comes together. And then there's another rivet right there. The cylinders are nice, and they're pretty nice. They will hold up the model under a load, not like 5 pounds, but a reasonable load. Now they also run over here. These are metal. Once they pass the cylinder to move your stick, they're metal until they come to here to simulate the real black ones that run into this cylinder. I just got them together. Okay, now the bucket. The bucket is probably my favorite part. It's nice and big. It's not too small. Especially for loading ADTs, it's a nice big bucket. It'll keep up with your trucks. The linkage is very big on this model. But it's not a small machine. It's a big machine. Now, if you do go to disassemble this model, that's a plastic piece right there. So watch out you don't lose that, unless there's going to be a space in between there. There is no hole cut out for the lifting hook right there. It doesn't have any of the edges, the cutting edges, and there's the inside, just flat. Now, to make the model look more realistic, what they could have done was made it a one-piece cast, because it has this where the boom connects right in the center there. They could have made that a one-piece cast, but like I said, I really can't complain, especially for the price. Here's the underside of the bucket. It has the guarding and the wear. And the digging depth. It's not too deep. But what you could do is you could cut the cylinders, maybe like 1/8 of an inch at the bottom, and it will it'll give you some more depth. But it would have been nice to see a long stick or a mass excavator version of this, especially with the size of the bucket. But for what they give you, it's really nice. And if I had to suggest a 45-ton class excavator to someone, I would this or the John Deere. The John Deere model is the same, except it's in different colors. Same thing goes for the real machine. But there's a Hitachi Zaxis 450LC.